Sorry for the cutoff at the end. Ran out of space on my camera. Now, part 2 of my flea market finds for Saturday, April 18th, 2026. So it conveniently cut off as I was entering the English section of this box of records. That because of the 6 I got there, for technically $5, the rest of the box for another $5. I know the whole box cost $10. Dancing Queen by ABBA, that's me on the other side. Weehoo and Angelize ABBA. Maurice Albert Feelings. This world today is a mess. You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet by BTO, Backmanton Overdrive, and Freewheeling. Banzai, Chinese Kung Fu Part 1 and the other side is Discothèque. This is actually a French recording produced by Disque Flèche, Claude François' label. Claudia Barry, Why Must a Girl Like Me? And I can't read the other side. Love for the Sake of Love. Dancing Fever by Claudia Barry, Summertime. Don't Stop the Music by AC Rollers, and disco version with a long loop at the beginning. I almost chose this record over Palma Blanca when I was 8 years old at the store with my mom. Silly B and the Buzzy Bunch, Superman, One Love. Bee Gees, You Should Be Dancing, and Subway. God, I hate when it doesn't go back down because it falls on the stupid thing like that on the paper. Boogie Child, Bee Gees, Lovers. Staying Alive and If I Can't Have You, Bee Gees. Belly Pocket, Miss Broadway, and Losing You. El Bimbo by Bimbo Jet. There's the two versions. One is with an annoying guy shouting stuff, and the other one is instrumental. English, what am I saying? American Styrene Pressing, but it sounds good, of Aie Awana by Black Blood. Marie-Thérèse on the other side. The Canadian pressing is on Polydor on vinyl. Black Light Orchestra, Touch Me Take Me, and same song on the other side. Oh, one side is mono, the other is stereo. A broken record that's going right in the trash. You can see it's broken. Amazing Grace by the Blair Atoll Highlanders, and Rock and Roll March on the other side. Daddy Cool by Boney M, Loving and Leaving by Boney M, Rasputin, and Never Change, Lovers in the Middle of the Night. Ugh. Brick Daz and Southern Sunset from the album Good High, which I recommend. If you find that funky album, pick it up. Cinque Tre, Quattro Cinque Sei by Rafael Lacara and Tornerai on the other side. I Love to Love, but my Baby Loves to Dance still gives me goosebumps. Tina Charles, Disco Fever. Hold Me, Tina Charles, and Why. Dance Little Lady Dance by Tina Charles and Hey Boy. Limbo Rock, Chubby Checker, and Men Smart, Woman Smarter. I Shot the Sheriff by Eric Clapton and Give Me Strength. Music to Watch Girls by the Bob Crew Generation. The side is Girls on the Rocks. Karma Chameleon by Culture Club, and That's the Way. Rick Dees and his Cast of Idiots, Disco Duck Part 1 and Part 2 Part 11 or Part 2 instrumental. Can't find a clean, unscratched, unbeaten up copy of the album, although I know it's a piece of crap, but I want it for my collection, my kitsch collection. Can't find a proper copy of the album. Hurdy Gurdy Man by Donovan, Teen Angel. The single, by the way, has a different mix than on the Greatest Hits LP with some overdub sounds. I only like this original single version. Kung Fu Fighting and Carl Douglas, Gambling Man. Blue Eyed Soul Part 1 and Part 2 by Carl Douglas Band. Doctor's Orders by Carl Douglas, and Baby Don't Let This Good Love Die. Love that. produced by Meko Monardo. Meko from Star Wars and Disco 3 years later. I Can't Stand the Rain by Erection with Be Yourself. And I bought this when I was 10 years old. Not this copy there, but Show Me the Way by Peter Frampton and Shine On. Respect by Aretha Franklin. It's pretty beat up. Dr. Feelgood. Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb. Let It Be Me. Up Poo Pa Do by Billy Graham and the Escalators. East 24th Avenue. Red Bust, what am I saying? Nice and Slow by Jesse Green. The other side is instrumental. What's interesting is this is a different version than on the LP version. It has two different choruses, while on the album version it's the second chorus repeated twice. This is a version my uncle Rennie had when I was a kid. Stupid Sleeve is Torn. Doesn't let me put. There's a Kind of Hush by Herman's Hermit. No Milk Today, sung by Graham Goodman, my favorite member of NCC, which I dream of seeing in concert one day. If I wish I could go overseas and see him. Born to Be Alive by Patrick Hernandez and Too Many People. Rock the Boat by the Hughes Corporation with All Going Down Together. All Going Down. Thriller by Michael Jackson and Can't Get Out of the Rain. The Jackson 5 Dancing Machine and It's Too Late to Change the Time. Beat up copy of Somebody to Love by Jefferson Airplane and She Has Funny Cars. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, I Love Rock and Roll with You Don't Know What You've Got. Zodiac by Evelyn John and well, that side is instrumental. The other side is Grace Jones, La Vie en Rose, which I have childhood memory of my summer vacation and probably the first summer might have. No, 78? 78? Wait a second. Wait. I just. No, that must be 76. I don't want to. Okay, just one moment. I'm freaking out. Oh, 76. I thought it was 78. I was like, what? Nah, it came out in 77. It can't be 78. No, it said 76. The other side, the B side, which is I Need a Man. So yeah, nice 1977 summer. Probably the first year my dad had his first car. Casey and the Sunshine Band, Get Down Tonight, and You Don't Know. I have a memory of us driving in the summer to a Chinese restaurant, and La Vie en Rose was playing on the radio while the sun was setting. And I every time I hear that song, I remember that car drive to the restaurant. Going West. That's the Way I Like It by Casey and the Sunshine Band and What Makes You Happy. Sunshine Reggae, Laid Back, and White Horse. Stand By Me by John Lennon and Move Over Mrs. L. Come on. 8 minutes already. Black is Black by Los Bravos, I Want a Name. Kiss and Say Goodbye by Manhattans and The Wonderful World of Love. Lovins Is the Answer by Van McCoy and the Soul City Symphony and Killing Me Softly. Rock Your Baby by George McRae and Rock Your Baby Part 2. I love Part 2 there. We're talking about Meko earlier. Star Wars Theme, Cantina Band, and Funk. This is Misty Blue by Dorothy Moore and the B-side Here It Is, which I liked as a kid. My uncle had this, my Uncle Rennie. This is a non-LP track. Dorothy Moore. I have the LP with Misty Blue. Walter Murphy and the Big Apple Band, the Fifth of Beethoven and California Strut. A little bit of soul by the Music Explosion with I See the Light. I bought this when I was 10. In the Bush Music, parts 1 and 2. Well, it doesn't say parts 1 and 2, but it's two different mixes. I prefer the B-side mix. Love Hurts by Nazareth and Hair of the Dog. Paper Lace, The Night Chicago Died, and Can You Get It When You Want It. Really good B-side. I really dig that side. Terrific instrumental. If you don't know, pause this video, go on YouTube, play Pepperbox by the Peppers if you don't already know this. Don't get a longer version, get the 2 minutes and 15-second version. Pepperbox by the Peppers and Pinch of Salt on the other side. What a Difference a Day Makes by Esther Phillips with a Turn Around, Look at Me. Neutron Dance Pointer Sisters, Telegraph Your Love. When Doves Cry by Prince and 17 Days. I won't read the long parenthesis title there. A Wider Shade of Pale by Procol Harum and Lime Street Blues. This is Lou Rawls, you'll never find another love like mine. I always giggle because what's his name? The stand-up comic Eddie Murphy ruined the title of this song by making I won't say it because it's vulgar. Let's Fall in Love All Over Again. Devil Woman by Cliff Richard. Love on Shine On. The Best Disco in Town Parts 1 and 2 by the Ritchie Family. You're No Good by Linda Ronstadt, and I Can't Help It. But If I'm Still in Love with You. Hey Joe by Tim Rose. In parentheses, You Shot Your Woman Down. King Lonely the Blue. 10 minutes. Sugar Baby Love by the Rubettes, and You Could Have Told Me. This song kept Sparks from away from #1 in England with This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us because of a stupid visa problem that delayed their appearance on TV by a week. Had they been able to go on the air a week earlier, they would have been #1. So I like that story. Sorry Sparks, I like Sugar Baby Love. All the Sparks my favorite blend. You Make Me Feel Like Dancing, Leo Sayer and Magdalena. Or Leo Sayer, When I Need You, and I Think We Fell in Love Too Fast. Baby Come On, 6 O'Clock USA, You're My Man on the Other Side. She by Del Shannon and What Makes You Run. I love Fly Robin, Fly by Silver Convention. This is a time capsule for me. It brings me back to my childhood. Son of a Gun and Get Up and Boogie. I Like It. I Like It. Nice disco track. Cecilia, Simon and Garfunkel, and The Only Living Boy in New York. Year of the Cat by Al Stewart with Broadway Hotel. Knock on Wood, Amy Stewart, When You Are Beautiful. Sugarloaf, Jerry Corbetta, Don't Call Us, We'll Call You. Texas Tulane. Donna Summer, Love to Love You Baby. Love to Love You Baby. Nina Man Blues, lovely Nina Man Blues. Try Me, I Know We Can Make It, and Wasted. My uncle René had those two singles. I like all 4 songs. Spring Affair by Donna Summer with Come With Me on the Other Side. Bad Girls and On My Honor. Midnight Music by Martin Stevens, Gotcha Baby. Billy Swan, I Can Help, and Ways of a Woman in Love. Tavares, Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel, Part 1 and Part 2. You're the One and I Want, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, and Along on the Drive-In Movie on the Other Side. It's a Heartache by Bonnie Tyler, and It's About Time. Grease by Frankie Valli, and instrumental on the other side. Ring My Bell, Anita Ward, huge disco radio hit in the summer of '79. They would even play the long version on the radio. I remember. If you could feel that old feeling again. Can't get enough of Your Love Baby by Barry White, and Just Not Enough. You're My First, You're the Last, My Everything by Barry White. More Than Anything, You're My Everything. Barry White again. What am I gonna do with you, and what am I gonna do with you, baby? Stevie Wonder, I Just Called to Say I Love You, and instrumental. Love Is Alive by Gary Wright, and Much Higher. This is Karen Young, Hot Shot. Is that a follow-up, a part 2, or an instrumental? I don't know. Good Loving by the Young Rascals, and the Young Rascals, Mustang Sally. Groovin' by the Young Rascals, and Sueno. That's it for the 45s. Oh, finally we can move on. The video is pretty long. I want to try to keep it as short as possible. After this box of records, I got these plastic glasses, 6 for $5. I still use a cup like that to put some spoons in the cupboard. I always put it so I can see foghorn on it. Mine is a little bit beat up. This one is in better shape. The 6 other cups. This is all around Bugs Bunny's 50th anniversary, 1990. This is so ridiculous. Bugs Bunny surfing with a tux on. Some off model stuff going on here. And that one has. This is in crappy shape. There, something happened there. Come on, Daffy would never give a gift to Bugs Bunny even on his birthday. It's ridiculous. That one is like some sort of birthday party. You have Pepe Le Pew there with Chuck Jones' bedroom eyes, and you have Pussyfoot and what's his name? I know his name. I said it the other day. Pussyfoot and Mark Anthony. Sorry about that. And we have Winter. Cancel Pepe Le Pew here. I hate all that cancel culture. Damn, keep things in their context, bunch of idiots. Then we have blah, blah, blah. Sorry for getting political there. 6 cups, $5. Oh yeah, I got this license plate. The guy who sold me a wonderful license plate last year, 2 years ago, for $5, the Roi de la Radio, a defunct stereo store in Laval, had this one. It's plastic, unfortunately, but les restaurants Le Marie-Antoinette, votre hôtesse au Québec, with very, very 70s-ish colors. Well, in 1979, my family and my cousin Sylvain's family, we went for at least a week on vacation to Quebec and the city of Quebec and Lévis. We stayed at the Lévis hotel Le Rond-Point, where my late uncle Robert worked as a bartender at the bar. And we would go to the Marie-Antoinette restaurant for breakfast. They serve breakfast, among other things. So, and I remember liking, it was a great restaurant. So this throws me back to my 1979 summer vacation. So yes, for $5, yes. And then I got 2 LPs. Oh, this is so funny. My friend Coffee, which I only see there at the flea market. Oh, we talk every time we get there. We talk. We left at noon. I arrived there at 7:35. I left at noon. He got some. I did the aisle like this. I stopped at. I didn't do the last one because it was just a bunch of sellers. I went back, did the lanes again. Okay, well, I'm going to do this one lane and leave. So I'm there. He comes. Coffee arrives here. It says he just arrived. He picked up 11 records for $10, including a Fats Domino I don't have, a bunch of Boule Noire records, one still sealed, some good records for $1 each. So damn, I should have. Well, then I went back to the table. I picked 2 records that he left behind. He picked some comics that he left behind at the table. So I got a copy just because I wasn't sure if I had this copy or not, this record. Now I think about it, I think I have it already in my unsorted pile. Daryl Hall and John Oates, H2O. Turns out there's only 2 songs I kind of like on it. Well, of course, the hit song, Man Eater, and I forgot the title of the one I like. It's on a little piece of paper that I slid inside. Where is it? Come on. There it is. B1 and B4. Oh, I forgot to write the title. Okay, well, look it up. B4 is the other song I like. Forget it. And then I picked this up. Etc. I looked at it. Okay. It's on the label Et la musique tourne, AP8000. And it's in pristine shape, no deletion hole in it. I put it in a plastic, but actually it has the original shrink wrap still around the sleeve, but there's a little bit I tore off because it was. And it's like Prague, French-Canadian Prague. And I played it that day on YouTube. Somebody had put it there. And I liked it. Then I checked on Discogs. The last copy sold, believe it or not, last week for $102. A near mid copy with a deletion hole in the corner. So I paid $1 for a $100 record. Yay! So last purchase, best purchase of the last 2 purchase days. So thank you for watching.